Charles Manson, a name that still sends chills through American history. He didn't wield the knife, but his voice commanded it. In 1969, Manson masterminded a series of brutal murders that shattered the illusion of the free love era and exposed the dark side of blind devotion. With a hypnotic grip over his followers, he turned peace-seeking young people into cold-blooded killers and did it all without pulling a single trigger. Born in 1934, Manson grew up bouncing between broken homes, reform schools, and prisons. By the time he was released in 1967, he had spent over half his life behind bars. But prison wasn't just punishment, it was preparation. Manson learned how to manipulate, how to control, and how to find weakness in others. When he arrived in San Francisco during the peak of the counterculture movement, he saw his chance. The world was ripe for someone like him. He gathered a group of young, impressionable followers, mostly women, and moved them to Spahn Ranch, a dusty, decaying movie set on the outskirts of Los Angeles. There, Manson became more than a man. He was a prophet, a messiah, a guide to a twisted new world. He preached of helter-skelter, a coming race war he believed was hidden in the lyrics of Beatles songs. In his mind, chaos was destiny and violence was the way to bring it about. In August 1969, Manson gave the order. His followers, blinded by drugs, fear, and devotion, carried out his plan. On the night of August 8th, they invaded the home of actress Sharon Tate, brutally murdering her and 4 others. Tate was 8 months pregnant. The next night, they struck again, killing Leno and Rosemary LaBianca. The scenes were horrifying, blood smeared on walls, bodies mutilated, the word pig scrawled in red. The public was horrified. These weren't seasoned criminals, they were kids from decent families, turned into monsters by Manson's manipulation. When Manson and his followers were arrested, the trial turned into a media circus. Manson carved a swastika into his forehead, ranted about government plots, and continued to command his followers from behind bars. In 1971, he was convicted of murder and sentenced to death, though it was later commuted to life in prison. Charles Manson died in 2017, but his story remains one of the most terrifying in modern history, not because of what he did, but because of what he made others do. He wasn't just a criminal. He was a symbol of how dangerous influence can become when combined with madness, ego, and a thirst for control. Even in death, Charles Manson remains a haunting reminder of how charisma can become a weapon, how one man's twisted beliefs turned peace into terror and followers into killers. A symbol of terror,